After all the talk, it's time for football, and here we go. Super Bowl 55 is underway. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now a first down throw. Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield.
Here's Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins.
It's a gain of 14 yards. And the Texans first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Set. Hey, come on. Hey, 24. Come. Switch. 25. No. 24. 3. Shit. Check. Line up. Go.
They'll run for the first time with Johnson. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's going to go down as a loss of 9 on the first down play. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long.
59. Mike. Check. 59. Don't get nervous.
Now it's Watson. And this is caught. I think he got that with one hand. His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down. How about the start throwing the football? 4 for 4 on this opening drive.
Oh, he's slinging it. And oftentimes when you talk about slinging it, you're thinking about a guy throwing it all over the yard, not necessarily accurately. In this case, though, he's honing in on his targets, and he's delivering.
Yeah, the opening script, however, they drew it up for this first drive, going to plan so far. On first down, Powell. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Check. Check back 16. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. A very solid gain of 27.
1st and goal at the 5-yard line.
The chance for the first score of this Super Bowl. Here's 1st and goal.
Check 15. Check 15. Check 59. No.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. To Johnson again. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal?
59, right to 59.
from the gun. Here's Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts.
General West. Ready?
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Justin Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Good work after the catch, going to net him 23 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's McCaffrey. They find some open field here. And he'll be down deep into Houston territory. A big play there from McCaffrey. 57 yards. He's been reliable all year, and he continues that reliability here on the biggest stage.
And when we were in a production meeting with the offensive coordinator, didn't he kind of mention, maybe even smile about the idea of running the football? It's worked well for them.
And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
On 2nd down, it's Hubbard, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And that will be caught by Moore. He's got a Panthers touchdown. With the first touchdown of this Super Bowl, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Graham Gano on for the extra point. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. From the gun on 3rd, Watson. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. Fielded at the 20. It's a 47-yard punt, return of 6. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now, they'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. Means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey. McCaffrey with a first down and more. And he'll cut it to the right sideline. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 73 yards. And the Panthers strike quickly here for 6 points. Gano the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? And turnover, you just noted it.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
Watson now to throw. And Stills bringing it in. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down.
Under 10. Under 10. 10.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Mike 27. Mike 27. On the ball. Try 31. Show it up.
The first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
Second and 12 at the 42-yard line.
Check Mike 27. Check Mike 27. Switch up. Mike 27. Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Hey, check Mike 27. Check Mike 27.
On 2nd and 12, Watson nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Gerald McCoy, the defensive tackle, getting in there for a loss of 5.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 3rd and long, it's Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by James Bradbury. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right?
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They got to feel pretty good about that one.
Watch out. There. Hey, echo.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Patterson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. He was looking that time for Stills, and that'll bring up second down.
This is it. 19. Kill. Check 52. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Line him up.
Out of the pistol, here's Johnson. Johnson with a burst, a first down or more. And finally taken down at the 36-yard line. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Now on the heels of that run by Johnson, here's another 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. And a catch made by Hopkins. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. He finds his man Johnson. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. Well executed there on 2nd down, so do you go back to the air on 3rd?
Well, that's a possibility, but now you've opened up things to where you showed that you would run the ball in long-distance situation. You might come back again because I doubt they believe you'll do it a second time.
Hey, we got a snap.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
And, Charles, when you start talking about NFL kickers that have hit from 62 or further, it's a pretty short list, isn't it?
That it is, but how about the trust by a head coach to even let your kicker try from that range? That's really showing a lot of faith that he can get the job done.
Yeah, faith and guts. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Recon, 132 fighter. Go. Watch the twitch.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the slant. Check 3.
They'll run with McCaffrey, and that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Well, from my vantage point, that's just one bad play by the offensive line and a running back who's had a lot of good ones tonight.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean he's not going to be ticked off, nor is the offensive line, because to me it's a lot like a no-hitter, right? Pitcher's throwing a no-hitter, gives up a hit late. You're so close to accomplishing everything you want and don't quite get it done. They'll come back with a vengeance on the next play.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4.
You don't want no problem from me.
Just shy of midfield. A gain of 4.
2 minutes remain in this opening half of Super Bowl 55. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL.
Hey, Sam off.
On second down, McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming.
Here we go. Set. 70. Indy.
To throw on third down. Patterson. Got his target, Samuel. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
On first down, Patterson. Complete. It's Johnson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass this young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
The Texans take over first and 10.
Let's go.
At their own
Let's go.
25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this, let's face it, an important drive if they're going to get back into this ballgame.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. Here's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
At the 28-yard line.
After the run, Watson going to throw. And this one complete to Will Fuller. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Watson now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. First and 10. Here's Johnson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Check Mike 27. Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. Mike 27, Mike 27, Mike 27. Record. 24. Check Mike 27.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Fuller. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
Texans first down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
19. Oh, here we go. Oh. Hey, 59. Check Mike 26. 27. All right, watch the flat. No time now. Line them, go.
On first down, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly, credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This officially a 55-yard attempt. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. So we've reached halftime here in Super Bowl 55. As we send you a stone's throw away across I-4 to Orlando. There standing by is Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Both teams ready after the halftime spectacle, and we are back underway in Super Bowl 55. This will be fielded at the 6. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Another run, this time McCaffrey. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Look at me, zipper.
This is McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because in a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
64, wait. Go. Shoot.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Benardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Off the play fake. Patterson. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Hayward. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Check, 41. Now. Ready?
On 3rd down, Hubbard. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. 7 yards on the carry there, but now they're staring at 4th down. 4th down, and here's Graham Gano now in the field goal unit for the Panthers. This one from 35 yards away. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that will make this now an 18-point ball game. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things work well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
Hey, check back 16.
Off of play action, it's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Luke Kuechly, his second sack of the night. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Watson. It's complete. Stills. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Watson. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Watson. It's caught. Stills. Right side. A pickup of 11 and a Texans 1st down.
11 more yards. That's another Texans 1st down. First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Screenplay. Johnson. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, Johnson. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Duke Johnson, 26 yards. And the Texans get a bit closer. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Dante Jackson picks it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line.
At their own 33-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
J.J. Watt makes another tackle there, and it's for a minimal gain. And let's face it, if that's all you're going to get running the ball, you're not going to have much success against him and his team.
Or, yeah, you better find a way to go around J.J. Watt, which isn't easy to do.
It's really not because you got to try everything. Can you go around him? Can you go by him? Can you influence him to get him out of position so maybe you can wall him off? He's a really sharp, intelligent player as well as a physical specimen.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Throwing on second down. Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Check Mike, 27. Alert!
To throw is Watson. To throw on third down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to drop him for a loss of 2, and that will bring up 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. 1 quarter remains here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go. Yes.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Hey. Switch.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. Go. He's got it. Double up.
Now a run with McCaffrey. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Carolina 1st down on a gain of 16.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
A handoff, McCaffrey running right. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done, down to the 15 from the 21. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys, they're just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
Go. Switch gears. Shoot.
On 2nd down now, it's Hubbard. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey, and he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, his second touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Extra point try good by Gano, and that will make this a 19-point game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Brian Burns able to get him for a loss of about 3.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Still's the intended target.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way. But that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. His carries tonight, they're getting up there, so maybe one of those every now and then is understandable.
I would agree with that. Understandable every now and then. Sometimes you come back and you fake it to him and go play action. But other times you say, okay, they got him on that one. We'll come back to him in another carry.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Patterson. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Well, they can probably live with that with this late lead in the 4th quarter. That's one of the few things that's gone wrong.
You're exactly right. This one was well in hand. That kick there was more for cosmetics, to add to their score. Not getting it, that shouldn't harm them at all.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. And Super Bowl 55 down to the final 2 minutes. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Out of the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. If they're going to have a shot in this Super Bowl, they're going to need this one on fourth down.
16, Mike 16, 65, 65.
Here we go on fourth. Watson. And it is incomplete. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Ready, ready. 90 Wolf. Come on, D. Greystone travel.
Rush in. Rush in. Check 37. Check 37. 49. Check 49. Check.
Go. Five.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds, and they spot it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad.
At their own 15-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. Clock management, definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go, defense.
From the gun, here's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there on 20 yards. Now Watson, and Stills bringing it in. Touchdown, Houston. Kenny Stills, 47 yards. And the Texans cut into that lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So 2 scores down, time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. McCaffrey. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
McCaffrey following the penalty. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. That's it. It's all over. And the Carolina Panthers are your Super Bowl champions. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.